All around the Triad right now, there are a lot of these help wanted signs.
Yeah, and there are about to be even more of them. Stores like Michael's are already posting openings for holiday hiring.
Then you got the new Toyota battery plant. It's expected to bring thousands of jobs right here to our area.
Yeah, and the state of North Carolina says within the next 5 years, 25% of its workforce could retire, so they need a whole lot of new workers out there. I'm Tanya Rivera.
And I'm Ben Briscoe. We're going to dig into what all these job openings mean for you and how long this trend might last. There's actually some people already worried that layoffs could be possible if we hit a recession on the way. Right now, according to Indeed.com, there are more than 50,000 job openings posted across the Triad, up from about 34,000 last year. Hiring managers everywhere, like Amy at the Beacon Hotel, say it's a tough competition to find workers.
Staffing labor has been an incredible challenge. I have never felt more overwhelmed.
Often, jobs go unfilled.
So we're still operating with a little less than half the staff that we had pre-pandemic.
With so many job openings and options for workers, the Great Resignation is still going strong. In July, more than 4.1 million people quit their jobs. It's about 3 out of every 100 American workers. A trend that's continued month after month after month since COVID vaccines started becoming available. Guilford Works telling us earlier this year why people here at home are moving jobs.
Levels of dissatisfaction are tied to the need or desire for more flexible work schedules, certainly increase in compensation benefits, and certainly organizational culture and things of the like.
The hospitality and service industries losing people at the fastest rate.
Why work for a 365-day open 24-hour business when they can work from home, change their hours?
While a new record number of people keep quiet quitting every single month, others do something called, quiet quitting. That's what we're talking about, where a worker does the bare minimum. This is when they cut back on any extra tasks, doing only what is assigned to them.
Communicating to the employer that either I'm not appreciated enough here to do more, or I'm not fulfilled enough here, but I'm not going to just quit, but you can fire me.
Warning signs include if a coworker says they hate it somewhere, or, oh boy, here we go with another meeting.
If normally Susie is coming in, she's like, hi, everybody, how are you? But the last few weeks, you've noticed she's just like, hey.
Okay. Human resource experts say the best way to prevent quiet quitting are checking in regularly with your employees, offering to help lighten their workload if they feel overwhelmed, and assigning them a passion project to work out when they have some downtime.
So that is what we call quiet quitting. But there's also another trend called quiet firing. Paulina Smith connects the dots.
Let's connect the dots. Now employers are talking about quiet firing. It's when bosses do the bare legal minimum in an effort to get unwanted workers to quit. That can mean denying raises, piling on work without giving extra resources, or picking favorites and ignoring everyone else. Basically, passive-aggressive tactics to make people quit. And now we could see an increase of it. Reports show Google searches for when to fire someone are up 180%, all while some employers continue to try and retain people in a tight job market. And that's connecting the dots.
Okay, you just heard the searches for how to fire people are up on Google. With the threat of a recession looming, some folks are worried they could land a new job or get laid off soon. So I asked a senior economic analyst at Bankrate.com. A lot of people wonder, are we in a recession? What is the threat of a recession?
Well, we've asked economists what is the risk of recession for 2 straight quarters now. And the result of that survey is that most recently they had put the chances at basically 1 in 2 over the coming 12 to 18 months, or let's just say through the end of 2023. If indeed the economy slows substantially, we would expect the unemployment rate to go up from its recent level of 3.7%, and we would expect to see more people filing for unemployment benefits.
I've heard a lot of people talk about remembering the 2008 recession and when they lost their jobs. They're worried they might lose their job again if we go into a recession. Is that likely to happen?
I think it's very unlikely that we'll have another recession that is anything like the last two that we had. The pandemic caused recession and the one that resulted from the great financial crisis. And in those two episodes, we had the unemployment rate moving to 10% in 2009 and then 14.7% in the year 2020. I would expect that the unemployment rate will go up further from here, but I would be surprised that if we saw anything like those previous experiences, which were quite horrendous.